idea that my stream had disconnected. That really sucks. That really sucks. But I should be reconnected now. Any minute now. Yeah. It just made me make a new one for Facebook. My stream went dead for a second. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. I don't know where I was at when we got disconnected on my little story here. So I'll start back over on the public-private part. So we're out hunting, right? And the public and private is just like all over the place. It's super spotty. You can't keep track where you're at. So I was lost. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to take the shot. I had no idea where I was at. Didn't know how far from camp I really was at the time either. So, because I've been traveling since about 9 a.m. that morning. We got up early and we got to around the 9,000 foot elevation mark. And I found a really nice little opening and everything. Found myself a phenomenal little pond. Great freaking like little evergreen I could sit in and really be able to see everything, right? It was pretty phenomenal. So I sat there, but I'm not good at still hunting like that. I prefer to stalk hunt because I get a little antsy a little bit too quickly. So about 9:30 I get up and I decide I'm gonna stalk hunt. I haven't seen nothing, haven't heard nothing, and I've noticed that there's been quite a few hunters kind of getting in the area, which tells me to get the fuck out because it's gonna be too loud. There's too many fucking people. Get out. So I got out. I started stalk hunting. I honestly had no idea where I was at for most of the day. I just kept going. Just practice grit. I'm just gonna keep going. Keep climbing this mountain. Climbed like 2 or 3 of them that day. 2 of them for sure. About 2 of them were kind of up on the side of the third and back down again. Not all the way up on the third one. But that's when I saw the elk. But since I didn't really know where I was at, I didn't know if I was on private land, and I didn't know how far I was from camp. That was the big one. I just didn't know how far away I was from camp because it was mid-afternoon. It was getting to about that point where it's like I need to start figuring out my way to get back to camp. Get late enough, I was starting to just follow the sun because I knew that if I headed west, I'd eventually get to the public road that we set camp up off of, and from there it's a 50-50 chance to go left or go right and find my way. If I go far enough down the road, I should be able to eventually figure out where I'm at. But since I could only see the 3x3 and I couldn't see the front tines, I was like, I'm not going to take the shot. Had I known I was right next to camp, I still probably wouldn't have took the shot just because I couldn't have verified, or I would have took the running shot because I had eyes on it for a solid 15 seconds and then it took off. It grabbed scent, snorted, and started trotting off. It turned, and I mean, I saw for maybe a half second the tines, and they were a good 5 inches at least. I mean, they were good long front tines, and I was like, those will work. But I saw for about a half second. If I'd been close to camp, I would have probably took the running. If I had known I was close to camp, I would have probably taken the running elk jump shot. But I had no idea. So I decided against it. But yeah, that entire hunting trip, I was the only one that even saw an elk. Kind of sucked, but that's, you know, just going through rifle season. I'm surprised going through all that, I didn't stir up any rabbits or anything. There's some boar up here, though. Getting kind of tired doing this crawling because it's just so freaking slow. But nothing knows I'm here, so it works. no. I definitely miss being able to go to camps a lot more. Unfortunately, you know, life happens. So I want to get myself a new rifle. I'd like to get myself a 300, just because with my wife still being in the military, being active duty, and being in the space like she is, the likelihood of going back to Colorado is actually pretty high. So I'd like to get a 300 just because with my 270 Winchester short mag, it is a hot round. It's pretty much got the knockdown power of like a 7mm. But it's still just a little bit small for those really long distance shots. The 7 mag will still have a pretty good. When you're talking like whitetail, right? The 7mm versus that 270 WSM ain't no different. But when we're talking about an elk, even though the knockdown power is about the same because of the speed of the 270, that extra weight of the 7mm will make the biggest difference at those long ranges on something like like an elk. So I'd like to get a 300 just so I'm pretty much covered for wherever we end up at. So hey, oh, hey, piggy. Bitch. There's no way you know I'm here. Oh, it was a mating call. Come back to this mating call. I don't think I'm gonna like the idea of you getting this fucking close to me, though. In real life, I'd fucking hate it. Because if you've never been hog hunting, oof, they can get fucking mean. For the most part in this game, they pretty much just scared little pansies. But real life, I was laid down on the ground like this right here, I'd be kind of nervous. All right, come on. Whereabouts is you? I think it kept going on in there. Oh, there it is. Right up the pooper. Right up the pooper. All right, let's go get it. I don't know why it took off like that, but it took a 300 round right up the pooper. I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't sound very comfortable to me. I mean, I guess that would probably cure your constipation, but that's probably because you got a few extra holes in the colon. I was really hoping to stir up some rabbits out there. Never did. It was a non-vital organ hit. Ooh. But it was bleeding pretty fucking hard out his pooper. Damn, look at that blood splatter. Oof. Ooh. Oh, right up the pooper too. Took out the tail, went into the pooper, took out its spine. It was SOL. Almost painful. Hey, he's a silver. Hey, I hear wolves. I hope they're over there. Here. There's a sick rabbit. Come after it. Oh, they got louder. They got meaner. They never show up after howling like that, though. I do think that they only howl when you're around like 300 to 400 meters from one. It just because you hear a bunch doesn't necessarily mean